Hello students, good morning all of you and welcome back our online class Maths 8th standard. Students, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is the 20th chapter. Yes, that is how that frequency distribution, and already you have studied that in data handling in that previous classes, that is the frequency distribution and bar graph. Yes, today we are going to discuss about that how that frequency distribution and how you should make that bar graph in this chapter. Okay, so before going to that chapter, we will discuss first of all what are the terms related to that statistics or the data handling, or to make that graphs we will discuss. So first of all, it needs to make a graph with the data. What do you mean by data? Data, do you know? Data is one collection or the information, a piece of information about that some other things about that. Suppose if you say that piece of information in the form of a numerical figure in your number of students in your class. Okay, so data means that collect the information. Okay, a piece of information, whenever we collect that information, that we are writing as a data, and that we should represent by the numerical values. Okay, so suppose I will say that one example, you can understand what is that data. Suppose number of students in your class or the different classes in your school. Yes, so number of students in your class, suppose 10 is there. Number of students in the different classes like 5th class, 6th class, 7th class, 8th class, 9th class, like that. So that what the value will come, that is one on the data. Suppose I will collect that your what is that Aadhaar card information, that is also one of the data. Okay, so this data are organized, and also these are generally two types according to that collection. That is one primary data, one is the secondary data. Primary data, which one collected directly one person, and secondary data, which one already the data is collected, but it will be collected again next another person, that is called as secondary data. Suppose example newspaper, TV news, it is collected by that reporter. Okay, those who are TV reporters, they will collect first on the spot, and that it will display in the TV. So that is TV, whenever it is displays in that time, whenever the display of the news in the TV, at that time we will say that that is the secondary data. Okay, so these are the generally the data organization and the generally, and but students, today we are going to discuss about that another one types of data. According to the organization of the data, how the data are generally two types. One is discrete data, another one is continuous data. Discrete data क्या होता? Discrete data means the data can represent only the whole numbers. Students, very carefully remember, according to that organizing the whenever the data, we are writing in that ascending order, and what we are doing, we have to see that if the data are whole numbers only whole numbers, that means 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, then the data is called as a discrete data. But what is that continuous data? If any numbers made is whole number, or it is maybe fractional number. Okay, so that data is called as a, what is that? Continuous data. Okay, so we will discuss in this chapter now, in this video, what is the data and what are the types of data in that related to that organization, and we will discuss about that frequency and related terms about that, like frequency and other that what is that our range, and something we will discuss in this video. So let us see first of all what is the data. Data, a piece of information in the form of numerical figures, is called data. A piece of information, I told what is the number of, what the height of the students in your class. So that whatever that we will get, that is called as a data. And this data of two types, already you have studied that what is the primary data, what is the secondary data in the 6th standard. But what is that data? Now data is generally two types, one is discrete data and continuous data. What do you mean by discrete data? The data which can take only whole numbers, whole number values is called discrete data. That means if data, if you write suppose number of students in your class 15, okay, in other class 6th class is 43, 7th class is equal to 30, like that. These are called as whole numbers, and these are called as discrete data. What do you say? Discrete data. Example, number of students in the different classes 20, 25, 30, 40, like that. If one class of 20 students, so it is a whole number. 25, it is a whole number. 30, 40, these are the discrete data, because whenever we are collecting on whole numbers, if the data is collecting as a whole numbers, that is called as discrete data. If that, what do you mean by continuous data? Now the data which can take any value, that is whole numbers or a fractional numbers, is called as a continuous data. If only whole numbers, that we can say it is a discrete data, but it is also continuous data. Means it is a whole number or a fractional number, we don't want to think, that is called as a discrete data. Continuous data. Example of height of the students 146 centimeter. So this is whole number. Okay, we can say it is a, what is that, discrete data, but we can say it is a continuous data, because so many data we are arranging. That's why it is called as a, what is that, continuous data, because 146 here one fractional number is there, 152.50 is one fractional number also, because it is a decimal number. Decimal number we can convert into fractional number. 148.37, this is also one decimal number. So that if that data are represented as a fractional number or a whole number, that we should say this is a continuous data. Next, some important terms, okay, related to that our data handling or that frequency distribution in that bar graphs. What are the related data, related terms are that we will discuss first. So first of all is the range. What do you mean by range? The difference between the greatest and smallest values in the set of observations is called range. That means, friends, if you are getting that some observations, okay, suppose in your class, there are 10 students are there, and there are different heights are there. Okay, so suppose there are different heights are there, 10, 100 centimeters, 145, 142, 145, 148, 1, like that is there. Suppose you can take that on a small example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, or we can take that 104, 107. Okay. Now observe the students, this is the data, this is a continuous data. Okay, these are the continuous data, or we can say also it is a discrete data, because there is no fractional number, it is all are the whole numbers, so we can say also it is a discrete data. Students, first of all you have to understand that what do you mean by range? Range means these are called observation data. These are the observations. That observation data are 100 centimeter, 145 centimeter. These are all centimeter, students. I did not write, just on explaining purposes I written centimeter all, because the height of the students are this. So first of all, this observation data, whatever that, you have to write in one ascending order. Okay, write down that ascending order. Substitute 100, 104. Yes. So first we can write 104. Next we can write 107. Next, 100 first, 104, 107. 107 after we can write 142. Next 145, 145, 148. We can count once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, correct now. Now in this way, which are the lowest data? Observation data. This is the lowest. Lowest or minimum. This is highest data. Maximum. This is maximum. This is minimum. Okay. So we found that the data whenever we are writing in ascending order, then we can easily find out what is that minimum data, and it is called as maximum observation data. So in this way, what is that range? Range is equal to the difference of maximum range, maximum value and minimum value. That means maximum value, I written the formula, maximum value minus minimum value. That means 148 minus 100. That means 48. So the range is now 48. Did you understand, students? First of all, whatever the data given to you, you should write in ascending order and find out that it's what is that smallest value, or that which one minimum value. Or if you are not finding also, if you are finding that, no need to write ascending order, you can find out in that out of that observation data, you have to find out the minimum value and a maximum value. Then you can find out their difference, and whatever that it will get, that is called as a range. Okay. Now students, you understand about that, what is that discrete data, what is the continuous data, what is the data, and what is the range. Okay students, next we will discuss about that what is that frequency, what is that tally marks, and how that frequency distribution in the next video. Thank you all of you, have a nice day.